joining me on my channel, The Professional PhD. I am Viola, and though my title suggests, I am not here to talk to you anything about science today, but I'm here to talk to you about Thanksgiving, hosting a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday at your home. So I'm here in my home and super excited just about hosting or getting ready to host Thanksgiving for my family that's coming into town. And so they're coming many miles away, so I want to make the experience just as fun and as enjoyable for them as they are more than likely expecting. So hopefully throughout this video you get some great tips that will help to make your hosting of Thanksgiving the perfect and most easiest day as possible. May not be totally perfect, but hey, we can all try, right? So my first tip is when you have family coming, and maybe they're coming the day before or 2 days before, it's a good idea to have thought about what types of foods you want to serve them beforehand. Because sometimes we're so much in the Thanksgiving mindset that we forget that, hey, we have to feed these people before Thanksgiving even starts. So my tip is to literally have what I call food bars or food stations. So what you would do is, on that evening, I would set up something that looks like a sandwich bar. So I would have like the meats and the cheeses, the mayonnaises, mustards, little different things that look like it would be fun to make a sandwich. Vegetables, anything that they want to put on a sandwich, lettuce, tomatoes, olives, make it fun. And of course, maybe have 2 different types of bread. Why? This is the easy way out of dinner, you making dinner for them. But it's also a fun way for them to receive the spread that you have for them. So you can do a sandwich bar, but you can also do maybe a taco bar, right? Taco, making some ground meat, or if you're a vegetarian, some ground tofu. Well, you don't need to, yeah, it could be ground tofu. But sauteing some tofu or ground meat literally can be done in the pan, and maybe saute both if you know you have vegetarians coming. I myself do not eat well, I'm a pescatarian, so I wouldn't be eating the ground meat. So if someone sauteed up some tofu, that's a good option. But then you can have the spread of different choices, the cheeses in the bowl, and the tomatoes and the lettuce, and let your family have fun. It's taco night. And I think they'll be pretty encouraged, the fact that you made it so much of a fun and unique way to serve them food before that big Thanksgiving dinner. In the morning, you can also opt to do what I call a parfait bar. So literally, you'll have yogurt, and you can get a big tub of yogurt from the supermarket. You can put it in a nice bowl, and then you can have an assortment of, fruits and nuts, and maybe even a couple of little candies for some of those kids who are looking for more of a sweet treat. But it just depends, and I think your family will be pretty encouraged that you took some time, which it won't be that much time, to prepare for them even before Thanksgiving starts. All right, guys. So let's say you have family coming in who has little kids. Now, the tips that I suggest for this will depend on the age range of the kids, but either way, it can work. We all know for Thanksgiving it's important to probably have some designated helpers, and what better way to have designated helpers than kids? Now, teenagers, kids in between the ages of 9 and 12 are always great helpers, and the little ones, you can pick tasks that will be suitable for them. But my tip would be to literally have different roles that the kids would choose to be a helper in. And so, for instance, some things would be like on Thanksgiving Day, you would want that person to be in charge of filling up the water jug or the jar of water, or making sure that the drinks outside of alcoholic drinks are on the tables, making sure ice is always ready in the bucket or on the table or in the kitchen. That person would be responsible for anything liquid and solid ice. Then you can also have some person who's in charge of garbage. You can have a teenager who's in charge of garbage, making sure when the garbage it gets too full that they take it out. So they're looking out for the garbage. They're already tunnel vision. They know their job and they're ready to fulfill it. However, you must give them some type of incentive. The incentive can always be some nice green dollars, because I know every kid will jump for joy to know that they're going to make some money, especially just by being a helper in Thanksgiving. But if you're not into giving money and you're trying to teach your kids in the family just how to just be a good server, you can literally just encourage them in other ways, right? I would say, hey, give them some dollars. And more than likely, you will have like a real committed helper as a child the whole Thanksgiving dinner. And this gives the adults quite a break at the end, especially like a job like cleaning the table. I know by then all the adults are exhausted more than likely, especially the women, from preparing this meal. So let the kids do the work, but pay them. Now, speaking of kids, another great thing to do if you have kids coming to your house and you're hosting Thanksgiving is to already designate a kids area or a teenagers area, whatever you want to call it, but just let them know. It's a non-adult area, basically. That doesn't mean that adults can't come in and have a little bit of fun too, but you'll create a spot in your house, maybe it's a room or part of a room, somewhere where it's far enough away from adults, so when we want to have like a nice monotone conversation, we can. Thanksgiving is also unfortunately known for that family discussion. Don't want to call it gossip, but we may not want kids to always hear every single thing that we're talking about. So it would be a good idea to have a kids or non-adult station. I would call it a kids area. Literally in that area, you'll have already games for them. You'll have maybe a couple of toys. If you don't have kids in your own home, then you may have to pick up a couple of little things, maybe from the Dollar Tree, to keep them busy. You already have basically Netflix, a couple of saved movies is added to your Netflix list. Or if you're just the old-fashioned DVD person, you'll have DVDs on spot. But this actually allows you to keep the kids in an area. Well, I don't want to say keep the kids because that sounds a little bit not nice. But the kids have a place where they know they can go at all times, right? They don't feel like, oh, well, I'm not supposed to be here or there. And especially if you have a home where you have a lot of things in it that you're concerned about breaking if you don't have kids, this is a good area where they can just be free and have fun. So find that area. If your home is big enough, then you can pick a certain room. But if it's not, you can just have a certain area where they know, hey, can you guys just go over there and play in the kids area for now, or go watch a movie in the kids area for now. Most kids love the fact when you give them a certain level of attention by personalizing a space for them. So I think they'll like it. So my next tip is a tip that, in all honesty, some people may agree, some people may not. But I would suggest to be open to using paper plates. Yes, I said it. Paper plates for Thanksgiving. It is okay. And guess what? Nowadays, companies have started creating beautiful paper plates. Plates that are actually designed already and would make the perfect or pretty setting for a table, even on Thanksgiving. So what I've done is I've already stocked up on a couple of paper plates. Now, if anybody knows the Pioneer Woman, most people probably have heard of her by now. And so in Walmart, they sell these really pretty paper plates that I am loving. And I bought that one small for serving dessert. And I really like this one for dessert because it has like the pie. Trying to give you a good shot. But it has like basically the cake pie, the pie on the plate. Then she also has these, and look at the edges, guys. I mean, this is beautiful. Okay, this is a pack of 8 plates. And so I bought a couple of these because, in all honesty, this can end up looking really pretty on a table. But then also, let's say if I didn't want to set the table with that, maybe that was too much color for me. And I'm a lot more, you probably can see from the background, I'm a lot more of a light nature type, color style. So I bought these, and there'll be a picture that pops up on the side, but literally it is just a gold rim and it says be thankful and giving. It's a white cream plate, and I really think these plates will work so well for your Thanksgiving setting. And so I think it is not a sin anymore to have paper plates. They're not your traditional just, styrofoam hefty paper plates. And so you can get by with these. And most people will probably be like, oh, these are so pretty. And most people are like, oh, thank goodness we don't have to help you wash the dishes. Okay, so my next tip is to have a gift for the elders in your family. So how this came about was that I was actually shopping in a store and I saw the paper plates, and I believe the store was at home. And I saw the paper plates and I picked up the paper plates, the one that are more plain. I picked up those paper plates, and as I was on the line, I saw a discount section in the store, and they had something marked down. And I thought it was too pretty. And so I decided to get this box for the 2 older women. One is my mom, and one is my aunt, I decided to get these as gifts for them, and it'll be set as a place setter, really nice, in front of their seat. And so I thought that would be really encouraging for the elders, or, I mean, they're over 60, okay? So I felt like it's a respectful gesture as we get to spend quality time with our family members that are getting older. It's valuable. It is priceless. And so I wanted to give them a gift to say, you know, I value this, I value you, and here's a gift to make you feel even more special at our Thanksgiving table. So my grandfather's coming too, and so I have to go and find like a really nice gift for him, because I don't think a pretty jazzed up jewelry box will actually work. But, and this is not even just a jewelry box. You can put multiple things in here. So this is a really cute box. But I know the ladies will like it. So my next tip is back to the kids again. So in that kids area, you can have some activities that they can do solo. But then there's some activities where you want to make sure that they're assisted, or maybe can do with you, all the adults as a family. And so I had picked this up in the Dollar Tree, and literally it is like a paint board with easel and paint. I thought this was the cutest. And so you and a kid in your family can take some time, right? An adult can match up with a kid, and you guys can do a painting together. You know, we always nowadays see like the paint and sip, and you know, well, you're usually doing your own painting. You can do this with a kid. You may not be sipping wine this time, but at least you get to enjoy some nice, fun, and meaningful time with the kids in your family too. So try to pick up, my tip is to try to pick up a nice little activity idea that you can do with the kids in your family to make sure that, you know, you're spending some good quality time with them as well. You know, more than likely, the ladies are the ones who are going to be in the kitchen preparing Thanksgiving meals. We do have a couple of guys who always like to showboat their stuff and say, well, I got to make sure I make this pot roast. That's good. However, more than likely, it's usually the ladies. So what can we do? How can we put the guys to work? Well, there's always a guy who would love to make drinks. Provided that you're going to have alcohol on the scene at your Thanksgiving dinner, this would be a good tip. So if that's the case, if you plan on having some wine, a couple of drinks, martinis, daiquiris, whatever, you can already ask one of the guy family members in advance to be in charge of cocktail hour. So whether you choose to have cocktail hour before Thanksgiving starts or afterwards during dessert, that guy will be taking charge of the whole cocktail making process and the wine pouring process. And usually men will take ownership of things like this. You're not asking them to get down and dirty and cook, but now they want to show their shaking skills in the martini, right? For a martini. So this is a good idea because in all honesty, what do? As women, we're cooking, we're cleaning, we're doing all these things, and now we're trying to give everybody drinks, and you want wine, and which wine, and we're opening wine. Hey, it doesn't have to be that complicated for us all the time. People want to do things, people want to show off, and they want to show that they can whip up some good stuff too. All right, guys, so then we have those kiddies again, right? So a good idea during this time, let's say the adults are having a cocktail time, have a little drink station for the kids. Maybe it's literally just you buy the little, you know, healthier version of the drink boxes where they can just pick up, you know, a drink box. They have a little section. They already know the desserts are there, but they have a little drink section where they can just pick up their drinks too. So while you're having a nice after dinner cocktail hour, you're not literally having to keep kids busy or prepare for them as well. It's already done. So that guy who's in charge of making the cocktails, you can let him know, or you can take out the juice boxes. That's the easy part. Put them in an area, let them know juice boxes are there for you. Have fun, have a ball. We're gonna sit here and drink our wine and our martinis and eat our apple or sweet potato pie. Okay, so my next tip is to have what I call is the snack jar. So here in this jar, I have healthy snacks. I have like Planters nuts, okay? I have more nuts. I have the Nature's Bakery brownie, the healthy version of brownies. I have a couple of like Nutri-Grain bars. I have actually little things of peanut butter, which I got from like a place that I was at. I have BeSt snacks. If I can get it all out. I have, BeSt snacks. I have Kashi bars. I have pistachios. I have a lot of things in the snack jar. I would leave this out for the whole time you have family there, because at any point when people want a snack, and those who are more health conscious, they know they're probably going to be going overboard on Thanksgiving, but they may not want to spend the whole week just snacking, unless it's some sweet potato pie or apple pie. But in between, everybody knows, hey, there's a snack option. Now, for those who just want to have that really good treat time, which we all kind of do, and it's the holiday, so we can, I have this treats jar. Now, if you notice, it's not clear. And I specifically have this jar like this because honestly, even in my own pantry, I forgot that this was really filled with treats, which is good. And making this video made me realize, oh my gosh, there's really some nice treats in here. And I need to stay away right now. So, but I would have this treats jar because this is another option. When someone wants a treat, guess what? They have some candies in here, more candies in here, more candies in here. But they'll know, like, hey, when I want something really fun, you know, Halloween has just ended. You can fill it up with all the little Halloween candies you may have had left from trick-or-treaters, or even if your own kids had collected a lot of candy. And so people know, hey, we have a snack jar and a treat jar that when we want to grab something to just nibble on, we can do that. Maybe you're about to watch a movie as a family. These two things will definitely come in hand. So my last tip, guys, is to plan a movie night. Don't make it complicated. You already have your snack and your treat jar. Put that on a counter. Have a movie time. Your family, you ate together, you had a great time. If they're there that next day, that Friday, instead of choosing the time to go shopping and just spend more money and, you know, everybody's in this, one person's in this aisle, another person's in the other aisle, you don't really get much quality time. So maybe that next day, plan movie day. Right? Just say, listen, family, we're going to watch some movies. And more than likely, everybody gets to probably give their input on which type of movies they want to watch. And so if you see, well, one person wants to do an action, a drama, a horror, you'll probably have 3 different movie types or genres that you would like to watch with your family. And then you can rate them afterwards. But meanwhile, you'll have a lot of nice leftovers, so no cooking involved. You'll have a snack jar and a treat jar, literally. So literally you have healthy options and you have some sweet tooth options. And one of the biggest things you'll have is your family together spending quality time. That alone is priceless. So guys, I want to thank you for watching this video, for pressing click and just literally just taking time to watch this video. I hope these tips will really be helpful for you. And I just am so excited about Thanksgiving and hosting my family. I know more than likely you are too. Please let me know if any of these tips really stuck out to you and it's something that you're going to try. And if you've already done it, please let me know if it's something you've already done. Okay, I think it would be a great idea just to have this community of, hey, I've done this, or you should do this. I'm looking for those tips. I know you're looking for those tips, so I would love to just keep sharing them, and I would love to keep hearing them. I love hosting. I love having little parties, and so I want to bring more videos like this. I'm not just a professional PhD, but like I said, my real name is Viola, so that's who Viola is. I love to host, and so I want to have more videos literally where I bring you some good ideas in regards to making your hosting even easier. Please make sure, if you want to hear more, that you subscribe to my channel and just come back. Most important, if you really did like this video, click that copy link above. You can just click it, copy and paste it, and send it in a text to maybe another friend or family member that this may be helpful for. You can choose to share it the old YouTube way, but you know what? Either way, I just want people to know some good tips that may make their Thanksgiving day and a week even easier and more enjoyable with their family and friends. So I thank you for tuning into this video, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Thank you. Bye.